Let's see. All right, what's up, everybody? And today, for this show, there's going to be a lot of schools who are not happy that I'll be talking about this. And but there is other ways. There's other passages where you can actually take the exams without going to a 24-month, 12-month school. So if you have experience and you have a minimum of 30 months of experience, you can take exams. Okay, so first step is obviously you can go into the military and gain your experience that way, or you can work at a shop under an AMP, an IA guy. And I was having this conversation with a lady yesterday about some ways for her to pursue her experience in power plant, and I gave her some tips on that. So what I told her was, she already worked at a shop, and to talk to her power plant guys who have the P rating already, and to talk to them, hey, I'll give you this list, do all these things, and the FAA actually has a list of that they'll probably be interviewing for or signing you off, checking the boxes off. So I'm basically giving you the task and you can knock those out. So she's currently retired. She was avionics. This is a very common thing for sheet metal guys or avionics who didn't have experience, and vice versa. If you are a power plant working on engines only, you can look at the good thing about her is that she already had experience in sheet metal and avionics. So now she's trying to pursue her A. So that's what I told her. Just pursue your A. They'll give it to you for sure, and work with the guys in power plant to gain your experience and get the sign offs. But make sure that you work under the AMP. He has to advise you, he has to supervise you, and all these things. So, sorry, I should have put this on airplane mode. Forget to do things, right? So, anyways, work with the guys that where you need experience at, sign it off, get it on a memo, get it on your training records, get it somewhere recorded because you're going to need those receipts when you go show up to the FAA office. All right, so that's super important. All right, so once you gain the experience, then you can go and talk to the FAA, and you can start testing for the P. All right, so that's how you can get your experience. Now, do you have to join the military to get that experience? No, you don't have to. You can literally work if you have some mechanical skills, and that's something you've done before. You can go and talk to a shop, maybe a small person. It's good to go to a shop that has maybe less than, I don't know, 30 people, 20 people. Smaller shops are a little more flexible. You have more one-on-one contact with the owner, or even speak with a IA guy. He does inspections. And a lot of these times, these guys love to take people under the wing. That's one of the things that I love about this community is that there's people who want to show you what they know. You can ask them. It's like, hey, I want to get into airplanes, and they'll test you. I mean, I would hope they will test you because they don't want to. There's a lot of organizations I've worked for, and they just love to teach guys. They love what they're doing now. For example, Right Flight out of Tucson is exposing aviation, whether they want to be a pilot or aviation maintenance, and exposing them to aviation period. So it's a great organization, Right Flight out of Tucson, Arizona. And I volunteer to help them push planes, get them, get the volunteer readies, uh, get the people ready get the planes ready. Also, you know, put them to bed. So it's a great organization, and the guy who runs it is Mark, and he loves to teach me stuff. I love to learn from him. He's an old school mechanic. He's been to Vietnam, and you can only imagine his his perspective and his work ethic. Great work ethic, great mind, positive mind, and I love learning from him. He makes things super simple. I always try to like grab him and teach some of this concepts to my students, and he loves it. He does great. So just reach out. Just sometimes you can go by a small airport and you'll see them walking around, or if you go to the FAA and while you're testing or you're getting interviewed, ask the inspector that, hey, who would you recommend to kind of learn from, and may I have his contact, or if they don't want to give it to you, that if you can contact them for me, so you could learn under that person, because one, it's going to help you get that next rating, because you're taking the advice from the inspector and recommending you to somebody else, because then when they talk, they can feel comfortable in signing you off. So, and plus it makes it easier to find somebody credible to learn from, right? So that's was my advice to her, is to ask them who they think they should learn from. Also learn from their shop as well, and so that way she can prepare it a lot easier. So you can learn from a shop. You can learn in the military as well. And once you meet the minimum requirements, you can go test. And sometimes these schools they're gonna hustle you, thinking that they have to go to this course. And I come across that quite often, is that they had to take this 12-week course, or they had to take this 8-week course. You could just really just pick up a book, study, and go. So you can go to a prep course, you can go to do it yourself as well, and you just have to make some connections for that. So if you wanted to learn, a lot of this stuff, this A&P stuff, and do it yourself for free, comment A&P or message me A&P, and then we can get a one-on-one and build out a strategy for you to see what's best for you to get your A&P. I do it custom, just for your time, your schedule, your needs, and it's no problem to me. I like to help you guys out. So that's all I have right now. You don't need to go to school. You can get it through experience, and I'm here to help however I can. Find you the DMEs, find the schools, find whatever, so that way you are successful. All right. So my name is Joe. I know I should have done that in the beginning, but my name is Joe, and I run Code On Maintenance. I help veterans find great opportunities on the outside. Peace.